Good evening and welcome to the February 5th, 2024 meeting of the Richmond Common Council. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a prayer by Councilor Engel. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, will you please join me for a moment of quiet meditation, please? Thank you.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Goss.
Here.
Lucinda Wright.
Present.
Bill Engel.
Here.
Larry Parker.
Here.
Ann Taylor.
Here.
Gary Turner.
Here.
Jane Bumbelow.
Here.
Justin Burkhart.
Here.
And Jerry Bursell.
Here.
Thank you. You received the minutes from our January 16th meeting in your packet. Any comments or questions?
Motion to approve. Second.
You have a motion and a second to approve minutes of the January 16th meeting. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Under number 6, presentations, petitions, memorials, complaints, etc., we have a police chief, Weatherly, who wants to come forward and present an award.
Thank you, Mr. President and council members.
Welcome.
You know, on any given day, we can identify a first responder, whether it's one of our dispatchers, firefighters, EMS personnel, or law enforcement officers who go above and beyond the call of service. This evening, we would like to recognize a member of our community who has done this as well. At this time, if I could ask Officer Amanda Thackeray Toole to join me. On January 16, 2024, at approximately 2:01 hours, Ms. Heidi Lipscomb was delivering papers on her normal route when she came across the address of 3100 Southeast Parkway. Ms. Lipscomb observed that an elderly male had fallen outside of the garage at some point, was unable to get up. The male, Mr. William Denny, 94, was laying in the driveway when she observed him. Ms. Lipscomb immediately took action and attempted to render aid to Mr. Denny, who was conscious but unable to move or communicate with her. Ms. Lipscomb literally took the clothes off of her back and attempted to warn Mr. Denny, as it was obvious that he was suffering from hypothermia. In sub-zero temperatures, Ms. Lipscomb quickly called 911 for help and continued to render aid to Mr. Denny until we arrived. Officer Thackeray, who nominated Ms. Lipscomb for this award, would go on to say, "I am sure that if it was not for Ms. Lipscomb's attentiveness in observing Mr. Denny in the driveway, her quick actions of calling 911, and her quick response of rendering aid to Mr. Denny by covering his person with her clothing, Mr. Denny would have surely perished from hypothermia in the sub-zero temperatures." It was later found that Mr. Denny's internal temperature was 77 degrees when he arrived at Reed Health. Judging by the memorabilia inside of his home, Mr. Denny was a proud Army veteran. The Richmond Police Department would like to thank Ms. Heidi Lipscomb for her heroic actions and commitment to saving her fellow citizens.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yay. There we go.
That is beautiful.
Speech.
I don't know about that, but Well, I appreciate the award. Thank you so much. Really, the hero here is Mr. Denny and the first responders, but truthfully, I was terrified and thankful the 911 call is not being played today because I couldn't imagine what that sounded like. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Mr.
Thank
President,
you.
Mr. President,
Mr. Engel?
Chief, I worked with Heidi for maybe 15 years or so at the Palladium, and I can't think of anybody more deserving, more kind, and more devoted to this community. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Communications from the mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Starting our second month of the new administration, I would like to say everything is going well. I do believe it is. I do have a couple announcements. Chamber of Commerce, this is Buy Local Month, so love local, buy local, shop local, and when you do, share on social media, hashtag Love Local WC for Wayne County. It's pretty awesome. Back to the police department, our two new majors, Adam Blanton and Brandon Croft, are bringing back active shooter training. There's one this Thursday. Ivy Tech is hosting it in Stidham Auditorium at Johnson Hall. It's a $25 fee, but it's through the Eastern Indiana Human Resources Association. If you're interested in participating, I assume they're still taking signups. It's this Thursday at 8 o'clock. It's sdavis@primexplastics.com. You want to email? So the HR at Primex Plastics has coordinated this, sdavis@primexplastics.com. Again, that's active shooter training for businesses and people in the area who want to know. Good deal. And then on February, before we meet again, on February 13th, there's another Revive I-70 presentation. So Tuesday, February 13th, 3 to 5 p.m. at Johnson Hall. It's a chance for you to hear from the project teams, design teams, et cetera, on the NDOT's initiatives for Revive I-70 project. I know there's already been a couple, so I think in my mind this is the third one. There's a website for this too, but I don't have it here. It didn't print out. So Tuesday the 13th, 3 to 5 back at Ivy Tech's Johnson Hall. So Ivy Tech has been a good community partner. IU East also, and even Earlham. So we probably don't do enough to recognize the 5 colleges and universities we have in our town who are huge partners to the city and to the citizens. So one of these nights when we restart presentations, I'm sure you're going to ask me that, when we're going to restart department head presentations, we'll probably do something for the colleges too. That's all I have unless you have questions.
Questions for the mayor? Hearing none, we'll move on to the Board of Public Works and review of the January 11th, 2024 minutes from the Board of Works. Any comments, questions? Thus, we'll move on.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Do we have to do that?
We don't approve those,
those,
actually,
thank
we
you.
just
No.
comment on them.
Yeah. That's
Okay. We have no reports from department heads tonight. We have no miscellaneous business, so we'll move right into first readings. Entertain a motion concerning reading ordinances on
President.
first. Mr. Parker.
I'd like to make a motion to read by title only, ordinance number 5, 2024, number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second to read all those ordinances on our agenda for first reading tonight by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Please.
Ordinance number 5, 2024, a special ordinance authorizing the city of Richmond to receive donations.
This is the mayor's ordinance, so I'll be speaking to this. You have a memo before you. The city of Richmond is seeking approval for the opportunity to accept donation of funds or materials for the remodeling of offices within the municipal building, including the mayor's office. You may recall about 4 years ago, we spent a lot of money remodeling this space, and every year there's money in the budget to refresh or paint or carpet different offices. While we were going through the process to do some painting and refreshing, we discovered that there was still some money left over in the 2,300 account donations from when we remodeled the community room a few years ago to the tune of $1,595. So unless you approve this ordinance tonight, I cannot expend those funds. They're just sitting there. But I also have the opportunity to, some other individuals have been interested in donating some other materials, or maybe some labor, maybe some dollars, and some of the refreshing in some of the offices. So without your approval of this ordinance, I could not accept those either, even though there wouldn't be large amounts. I just want to make sure we do everything above board and by the book and by the law.
So AJ, does this matter need to go to public hearing?
I would suggest that we would. If it's going to advance to second reading this evening, then still have your public hearing.
Okay. So my next question, did finance talk about this tonight?
Yes, we do.
We did.
And is there a recommendation?
So at Finance Committee, we had talked about this ordinance and the other ordinances, and one of the discussions that I brought up is that we do have procedures in place for cash handling and other procedures, but I feel like additional sufficient internal controls need to be created, need to be vetted. But the majority consensus of finance recommends this.
Okay. Any comments or questions from the, do I have a motion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Parker?
I'd like to make a motion on ordinance 5 and move it to second reading, read every title only.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to advance ordinance number 5 to second reading, read by title only.
Special ordinance authorizing the city of Richmond to receive donations.
I'll now put this on public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for this ordinance may come forward, please. Anyone wishing to speak against this ordinance, please come forward.
Move for engrossment.
Second.
President
those-
Turner, may I have the floor for a moment?
Certainly.
We're doing a lot of blanket donation ordinances tonight, as well as grant. And what I would appreciate is if each of you come back when you get a donation or you expend the money and report to us, just for acknowledgement of those donating and also to keep us in the loop. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
We have a motion on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Call the question.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Lucinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumbelow,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
and Gary Turner.
Aye.
All in favor. Ordinance number 6, 2024, an appropriation ordinance amending the 2024 budget.
Good evening, Rodney Mays, Airport Manager.
Good evening.
Good evening, Rodney.
So the Richmond Airport is requesting an additional appropriation to the 2024 airport budget in the amount of $66,433. The additional sums of money are appropriated to the following funds. Contractual services, which is our $39.90, $61,000. Our overtime is $5,433. The additional sum of money is due to an increase in farm ground revenue. The Aviation Board has also requested a self-fueling station to be installed in the spring of this year. The additional appropriation will also help cover costs with the upcoming solar eclipse event and also unforeseen repairs. Any questions?
One question. So some of this money will go into the self-service.
Self-fueling station, yeah, it's a mouthful.
If it starts serving itself.
That is correct. So 39,000 of that will go towards the self-fueling station.
Thank you. Any other questions for Rodney? This is another matter that Finance reviewed, I presume?
We did, and we were, the committee met with the airport. We had a unanimous vote that we all voted for this.
Okay. Normally, we would take that as you can make that as a motion for the committee.
Right.
And that'll move it forward. So should we take that as a motion to approve?
I would.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Which means we're going to advance it to second reading
Yes, sir.
and read by title only.
Ordinance number 6, 2024, an appropriation ordinance amending the 2024 budget.
Now we'll open the public hearing for those who wish to speak for this ordinance. Anyone wishing to speak against this ordinance?
Move for engrossment.
Second.
All those in favor, say
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Is that a double aye, Bill?
Double I.
Call the question.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Lucinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumbelow,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
Gary Turner,
Aye.
all in favor. Ordinance number 7, a special ordinance authorizing the city of Richmond to receive donations for Richmond Fire Department programs.
President Turner, Common Council members, Jeff Kinder, Chief of Richmond Fire. Ordinance number 7 is a special ordinance to authorize the city to receive donations. Pretty cut and dry.
Right, it's open, pretty open-ended, right.
Wanna expand
Any
on that?
questions for the chief? Finance recommendation?
Like I said, about the internal controls, and we would recommend accepting this and putting a motion forward.
Second.
That's a motion to read by title only on second reading.
Ordinance number 7, 2024, a special ordinance authorizing the city of Richmond to receive donations for Richmond Fire Department programs.
And at this time, I'll open public hearing, and those wishing to speak for this ordinance, please come forward. Those wishing to speak against this ordinance, please come forward.
Move for engrossment.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Call the question.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Lucinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumbelow,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
and Gary Turner.
Aye. Ordinance number 8 has been withdrawn. Am I correct in saying that, or has it been postponed? Postponed, okay. That takes us to ordinance number 9.
Ordinance number 9, 2024, an appropriation ordinance authorizing the city of Richmond to receive donations.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Denise Retz, Park Superintendent. I come before you with a housekeeping ordinance that I come before council every year. But this is in regards to the opportunity to be able to receive donations within the 32 areas that are specified on this ordinance. These are for programs and events in our park system that we do not use our operations budget for. And so this allows us to solicit for the entire year for all that are included on that list within our donation accounts. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions for Denise?
Mr. President, I don't have any questions, but I want to thank you, Denise, once again for all your work and finding all of the extra funds that you need for these programs. I appreciate it.
I think we all do.
Well, I appreciate that. Our
Yeah.
community deserves more. And so we work hard to make sure that they have whatever they need.
Yep, thank you. Thank you.
Finance recommendation, please.
We recommend approval.
There you go.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, second reading, title only, please.
Ordinance number 9, 2024 is an appropriation ordinance authorizing the city of Richmond to receive donations.
This is on public hearing now. All those wishing to speak for this matter, please come forward.
There you go.
We like that.
Park Department does a wonderful job. They just, they need more people. They need all the money they can get their hands on. And in some places, like on the trails, I think there's one person in charge of trails. There's a lot of trails in this town. And if we can get more money for those and get some help to him, it would really be a good thing. So
Good.
let's get some money. Thank you.
Anyone else?
All right.
Anyone wishing to speak against this ordinance?
Move for engrossment.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Call the question.
Second?
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Lucinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumblew,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
and Gary Turner.
Aye.
All in favor. Ordinance number 10, 2024 is an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of a grant from Employment and Readiness Network, Indiana.
Denise Reds, Park Superintendent. This ordinance, number 10, 2024, is another housekeeping ordinance, but to explain the Employment Aid Readiness Network of Indiana, this EARN program is something that we try to take advantage of every year. This is something that interns or seasonal employees are able to take advantage of. They have to actually apply for it, but it will account for 50% of their hourly rate if they're eligible. And so this helps with summer camps or interns that we're able to have during the summer. And we also submit this to our park board since it is a match and it comes out of our seasonal budget. So they had approved this on January 11th to move forward as well. So I like to make sure that they are also in agreement.
Annually, how many interns or seasonal people does this allow us to help?
So they actually have to apply and they have to be eligible. So this particular ordinance allows us to have 8, but they have to be eligible, and it's really hard to get people to actually apply for that. So we like to have this opportunity in case people will. Right. We offer them the link and tell them to please check and see their eligibility status, and that's about all that we can do.
Okay. Any other questions for Denise? Another recommendation from Finance, please.
Finance Committee says, oh yeah, free money.
State money.
So we have a recommendation to move this to second reading, to be read by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Did we get a second on that?
Yes, I
I'll
think I
second
did.
that.
Yeah.
Larry will second that.
Somebody.
This matter's on public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for this, please come forward. Anyone wishing to speak against it, please come forward.
Move for engrossment.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Call the question.
Second?
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Lucinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumblew,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
and Gary Turner.
Aye.
All in favor. Ordinance number 11, 2024, is a special ordinance amending the zoning map for a certain parcel from general commercial district to industrial commercial district.
Evening, everyone. Dustin Purvis, Infrastructure and Development. Ordinance 11 is a zoning map amendment request for the property address 1300 Rose City Boulevard. This is a large 54-acre property located at the southeast corner of I-70 and Williamsburg Pike. If you look at a zoning map of this property, the majority of it is zoned industrial commercial, but then the westernmost portion of the same parcel is actually zoned general commercial. So this rezone would change the general commercial portion to industrial commercial, which would match the remainder of the parcel. Ultimately, the petitioner would then like to split this parcel or this portion of the parcel off and then request a variance of use from the city's Board of Zoning Appeals, which would then allow them to install a temporary portable concrete batching plant to operate for the duration of the Revive I-70 construction project. This evening, however, we're just requesting that the rezone petition be referred to the Advisory Plan Commission for a public hearing on their February 28th meeting. If you have any questions now, I'd be happy to try to answer them.
Any questions?
Mr. Chairman, or Mr. President, Dustin, was there a specific date for the rezoning, the length of the rezoning?
No, the rezone would be permanent. If they ultimately get a variance of use, that we can make temporary, though.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, this is referred to Plan Commission.
Ordinance number 12, 2024, an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grants from various sources.
It's me again. So this is for our appropriation of grants from various sources, and this would be our grants blanket. This will be the 6th year that we've come to council and just outlined all the grants that we may be eligible for or potentially align with their mission. This is another way that we strategically try to do more and raise more funds. And so we come to council tonight for your approval for this blanket ordinance. These are not any grants that require any monetary match. Those are things that we would come back to council every time for. These are things that are an in-kind match or a labor type match that we would request. So sometimes smaller donations of that nature that would be in a grant. So obviously we do not have time to apply for everything on this list, but we want the opportunity to because sometimes they have a fast turnaround, and we would appreciate your support, and I can answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions for Denise? Hearing none, what's finance got to say on this matter?
We recommend approval.
So that's a motion to read by title only for second reading.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ordinance number 12, 2024 is an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grants from various sources.
This matter is on public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for it, please come forward. Anyone wishing to speak against it, please come forward.
Move for engrossment.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Call the question.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Cinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumbelow,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
Gary Turner.
Aye.
All in favor. Ordinance number 13, 2024, an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grant from the Indiana Destination Development Corporation.
This is the last time, I promise.
Just today, though.
Yeah, just exactly.
Yeah.
No, I really do appreciate your support of everything we do at the Parks Department. And of course, our community is always supportive of everything that we've got going on. And we're very blessed. And so we definitely appreciate that. This is a very exciting opportunity that we have through the Indiana Destination Development Corporation. And I want to thank Mary Walker, who's here, the Director of Tourism, who's here to support this ordinance as well. So basically, the Tourism Bureau and the Parks Department joined forces to apply for this matching grant in the amount of $250,000 to the Indiana Destination Development Corporation. This is very exciting for us. This will go to the Gorge Activation Plan. This will be helping us with Phase 2 and into Phase 3. And so we're very excited about the opportunity here. We feel like we have a wonderful application for submission. And we did outline in the memo, because it was a separate memo that came in for you. And we did outline all of our partners who have listed and given us letters of advocacy, and so that was exciting as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions about the grant submission, and I just would appreciate your approval. The match is actually coming from the county on this at the $250,000 level because of their support for Phase 2 with the HELP initiative, so.
Awesome.
Any other questions? That was my big question.
I'd just like to say thank you for all the hard work and your dedication to the park department.
Gorge is going to look a lot different in a few years. So we just need to keep it up and keep up the support. Everybody has been very gracious, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but nothing happens overnight. And I think the community is very excited, and we can make this a destination that needs to be for sure.
Thank you.
Finance recommendation.
Finance Committee approves.
So we have a motion
Second.
to advance this to second reading, read by title only, and it's been seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Trying to keep
Aye.
it on course.
Ordinance
Guys are getting ahead of me.
Ordinance number 13, 2024 is an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grant from the Indiana Destination Development Corporation.
All those wishing to speak for this ordinance, please come forward. Those wishing to speak against this ordinance, please come forward.
Move
Move
from
for engrossment.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Call to question.
second.
Please call the roll.
Doug Goss,
Aye.
Lucinda Wright,
Aye.
Bill Engel,
Aye.
Larry Parker,
Aye.
Ann Taylor,
Aye.
Jane Bumblew,
Aye.
Justin Burkhart,
Aye.
Jerry Purcell,
Aye.
Gary Turner.
Aye.
All in favor.
We have no ordinances on second reading tonight. I'm not aware of any unfinished business unless someone else has some.
Mr. President,
Mr. Engel?
I wonder if, Dustin, could you please clarify the next step for the ordinance number 8? I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. It's been to Plan Commission, and I believe they had a public hearing?
Ordinance number 2 has been a plan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the plan development?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
37th Street, yeah.
Yeah, so the South 37th Street Plan Development Project did have a public hearing with Plan Commission last month. Because we'd received so many letters from adjacent property owners, we decided to take an additional month to give the commission a chance to look through those. So Plan Commission will be making a recommendation during that February 28th meeting, and then it will come back to all of you, so probably in early March.
Great, thank you.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.